Hello. Good afternoon all. Hope you have nice lunch and all set for the valedictory function. I request all the prize winners to please be seated in this center and the right side of this auditorium. You can see the competition name placard. Please sit accordingly. All the conveners and subcommittee members are requested to please check the list of prize winners of your respective events. We will start in some 5-10 minutes, the valedictory function. Thank you.
Okay, another small announcement. Winners will be called in the sequence of first, second, third and consolation prize in that order. So your seating also, you can sit in that order so that there will not be any confusion for getting up and coming out. Okay, thank you.
A very good afternoon to all of you present here on this exciting occasion of National Science Day celebration 2023 at UR Rao Satellite Center. I am Garima Agarwal and I extend a warm welcome to our respected chief guest, Professor Tarun Sauradeep, Director RRI, Raman Research Institute, his wife, Mrs. Sucheta Koshti, Shri M. Shankaran, our respected Director, Srimati Anjali Ellis Shankar, Controller URSE, Shri Robert P., Chairman NSD, Council members, NSD Committee, my dear colleagues present here and join online through webcast, and last but not the least, our little guests for the day, along with their teachers. With me is Shrinika Selvam as my co-host.
As part of the celebrations of National Science Day valedictory function at UR Rao Satellite Center, we are here to celebrate the participation of students and teachers in multitude of events which were organized at URSC on February 11th, 18th and 28th of 2023. We start our today's program with the national anthem and we request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all. Let's begin the event by seeking the blessing of the Almighty. We now request Ms. Vidya Menon to sing the invocation.
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये अगजा आननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे एकदन्तम् उपास्महे सर्वविघ्नहरं देवं सर्वविघ्नविवर्जितं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदातारं वन्देऽहं गणनायकं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्.
Thank you, Vidya, for the beautiful rendition. A country can evolve thanks to scientists who find new approaches to problems and prove new scientific laws. In this regard, National Science Day is observed on February 28th every year in India to honor the revered physicist Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman's contribution. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930 by the Academy of Sciences for his work on the scattering of light and for the discovery of the effect named after him, the Raman effect.
National Science Day is celebrated to spread awareness among people about the importance of science and technology in their lives and to display all the activities, efforts, and achievements in the field of science for human welfare. Science is one of the most important channels of knowledge. It has a specific role, yet yet has various functions for our society's benefits, including improving knowledge and education and enhancing the quality of life. National Science Day is celebrated to implement new scientific technologies to give opportunity to the scientific-minded citizens in India and to encourage the people to popularize science and technology.
Every year, National Science Day is celebrated with a concept or theme that focuses on the importance of science, and the Department of Science and Technology, DST, selects the theme. This year's theme is Global Science for Global Well-being. The motive of the theme is to raise a public appreciation of the scientific issues in a global context, which have a bearing on global well-being.
Now I request Shri Robert P., Chairman NSD, to accompany Professor Tarun Sauradeep, Shri M. Shankaran, Srimati Anjali Shankar to the stage and light the ceremonial lamp.
As a token of respect, we would like to welcome our dignitaries with a sapling. I request Shri Robert, Chairman NSD, to do the honors.
I request Uma BR to give sapling to Shri Robert P., Chairman NSD. I request Hemant Reddy to give sapling to our guest, Mrs. Sucheta Koshti. With this, we now invite Chairman NSD, Shri Robert P., to welcome the gathering.
A very good afternoon to all. Respected Director URSC, Shankaran Sir, Director Raman Research Institute, and today's chief guest, Dr. Tarun Sauradeep, Controller Anjali Shankar Ma'am, URSC Council members, esteemed teachers, dear students, and my colleagues. It's my honor to welcome you all to this valedictory function of 2023 National Science Day celebration at URSC. I extend a very warm welcome to all the students and teachers who have participated and won prizes in the various events during these past weeks. As well as we welcome everyone joining us today online through YouTube Live and URSC webcast. The URSC employees have joined us in the URSC webcast. As we know, the 28th February of every year is observed as a National Science Day by the Government of India to commemorate the discovery of Raman effect by the Nobel laureate and an outstanding Indian physicist, Sir C.V. Raman, in the year 1928. This day is celebrated across India with great passion and enthusiasm and focuses on instilling the spirit of scientific reasoning and inquiry in the young minds. The NST 2023 theme, as it was told, is Global Science for Global Well-being, and is it well aligned with India assuming the presidency of G20 nation. URL Satellite Center has organized this year many events in view of this National Science Day. The events were conducted in line with NST theme for 2023, enabling the young minds to showcase their talents and to broaden their horizon through this experience. We further believe that it will further inculcate the spirit of scientific temperament in the younger generation. I believe this scientific spirit will be pivotal in carrying forward the baton of scientific exploration towards a better tomorrow. It was extremely gratifying for us to see the overwhelming and enthusiastic response and participation in the students and the teachers' events in the last 3 weeks, and it was a joy to witness their outstanding performances. I would like to thank our director for his encouragement and guidance to conduct this event. I also extend our thanks and welcome once again our chief guest Tarun Saurabh, the director RRI, for accepting our invitation and taking time to grace this occasion. The recent pandemic has a staggering effect on the world and the people all over, and has no doubt left us all in painful memories. However, as we have successfully battled this pandemic and returned to normal life, we must remember how the global science and the guidelines set by applying the scientific approaches were instrumental in managing and containing the situation. Doctors and scientists from around the world came together with a mammoth effort to work together to share information globally for the global well-being of the whole human race, and we have successfully overcome COVID with appropriate vaccines and treatments. Two very important attributes of science are keen observation and an inquisitive mind. It was impressive to see how ubiquitous these attributes were among these young students during the event. I would like to leave the students by reminding you what Nobel laureate Dr. C.V. Raman said. Success can come to you by courageous devotion to the task lying in front of you. Ask the right question and the nature will open. Do not forget to be inquisitive, keenly observe, devote with dedication, question everything and dream bigger. In the words of Dr. Abdul Kalam, dream is not that which you will see while you are sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep. With these few words, once again I extend my heartfelt welcome to one and all to this valedictory function of NST 2023, and wishing all young inquisitive minds the very best and a bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. National Science Day is an opportunity to bring people with scientific temperament together. I now request Member Secretary, Ms. Smriti Verma, to enlighten us on the NSD celebrations held at URSC this month.
Respected Director, URSC Shankran sir, Chief Guest Director RRI Tarun sir, Controller URSC Anjali ma'am, Chairman NSD Robert sir, all the dignitaries present over here, my dear colleagues, teacher and my little friends. Very good afternoon to all of you. It's my pleasure here to place before you the report of National Science Day 2023. National Science Day is celebrated all over India on 28th February every year with great passion and enthusiasm to inculcate a scientific spirit in the young mind at a very young age. This day is celebrated in commemoration of discovery of Raman effect by Indian physicist Sir C.V. Raman, who carried out groundbreaking work in the field of light scattering. URR Satellite Center this year celebrate National Science Day by encouraging students and teachers from various schools in and around Bangalore. URSC celebrated National Science Day 2023 on the theme declared by DST, Global Science for Global Well-being, to indicate India's emerging role in global scenario and rising visibility in the international arena. The events for the students held at URL Satellite Center this year have seen a participation of about 400 students from various parts of Bangalore. To start with, on the Feb 11th, 2023, there were 3 events conducted: Test of Scientific Temper, Spot Painting, and Essay Writing Competition. Essay writing competition conducted by Mr. Anurag Tyagi and his team had around 100 students participating from various schools who wrote essays on 2 topics: scientific solution for energy conservation and role of emergent science in global well-being in Kannada, Hindi, and English language. The spot painting competition was organized by Ms. S. Shri Vidya and her team, brought out the artists and young and energetic students who amazed all of us with their talent and ingenuity. A total of 74 students from different school and standard participated in the event with the theme Planets in My Dream and Transport in Future. You can see the paintings made by them outside the auditorium displayed. The test of scientific temper was conducted by Mr. A.R. Prashant and his team, had about 50 students participating from different schools. A questionnaire on science behind the day-to-day observation really tested children's scientific reasoning abilities. Move on to the second day of celebration. On February 18th, 2023, there were 3 events: Science in Actions, Teachers Event, and Extempore Science Elocution. The event Extempore Science Elocution, conducted by Mr. M.P. Singh and his team, had a participation from about 40 students from various schools. It was really amazing to listen to all the students' instantaneous and innovative ideas at this very young age, packed with so much of imagination. On the same day, there were competitions for teachers as well, which was conducted by Ms. Parvati Shankar and her team, where about 12 teachers from many schools made impressive presentation on the topic Global Science for Global Well-being. Science is not only about learning the concepts, but also trying out our hands outside the classroom. This year, one such event was Science in Action, in which a team of scientists led by Mr. Nishant Dhingra from URSC exhibited few experiments, and children were supposed to watch and find out the scientific concepts behind those experiments. At the end, they were supposed to answer some simple questionnaire based on those events. The event had 40 students from different schools who participated enthusiastically, also have enjoyed the experiment thoroughly. Few of which were quadcopter, bottle rocket, elliptical carom board, etc. Now, one more competition was conducted today by Mr. Imtiaz and his team. It was the showstopper of National Science Day 2023, which was Science Quiz. Around 100 students belonging to various schools took part in this event. Science Quiz was really an informant program which tested the depth of science knowledge and spontaneity of the kids. As a part of NSD, science exhibition was also opened in the campus of URSC for all the children to visit and appreciate the journey of Indian space program. Our senior scientists have contributed to the success of all the events with the roles of judges. This celebration turned out to a success due to the guidance and encouragement and inspiration given by our director URSC. All this was possible because of the dedicated National Science Day team, about 150 members and volunteers. I take this opportunity to thank all the members, volunteers, school children, and teachers to making this event memorable. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. This celebration would not have been possible without the enthusiasm and support of our beloved director, URSC. We now request Director URSC to address our esteemed little guest for the day.
Thank you, Garima. Good afternoon, Professor Sorudeep, my dear friends, and my dear young friends and your teachers. Thank you for gracing the occasion of National Science Day at URSC by being present here. Let me first take this opportunity to congratulate every one of the students and the teachers who have participated in the various activities which just now Smriti mentioned. I'm specifically saying the students and teachers who participated, because participation is more important than winning prizes. So there was a event for scientific temperament. I don't know what is that scientific temperament, whether that has been explained. Along with scientific temperament, one more thing, sportsman spirit. These are the two attributes that make every person climb high in their chosen careers. That is scientific temperament and sportsman spirit. Let me tell what is sportsman spirit. Sportsman spirit is play the game hard. You give your everything to play the game and play to win, but play by the rules. Respect your opponent. These are the main attributes when we talk about sportsman spirit. What is scientific temperament? Anything that is coming to your notice, try to find why, how, what, where. That is, ask questions. Don't accept anything on face value when it is told. Try to find out. Anyway, all of you, when in your mathematics, they would have given you some formulas, some theorems, but finally you have to derive how that formula is arrived at. Only in the process of deriving the formula, we understand what that formula means, so that subsequently we can apply that formula for any application like engineering or technology. You will be able to apply. The world of science is like that. When a concept is given to you, just blindly accepting that as a concept and remembering and reproducing may not take anybody far. Where you will go far is that when you try to question that concept, why that concept is like that, how it has become like that, you try to derive what is the conclusion out of the concept. Then the understanding of the concept becomes big, good and better, so that application of it will become a natural process for you. This will help not only during your examinations, but it will help when you are going to do your work as a professional. Those who do not understand the concept behind any of the theories, only remembering the theory, will not be able to apply it. You will be able to apply it only when you understand what is behind it. So on this National Science Day, which as Mr. Robert mentioned, which we are celebrating the discovery of Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman, it is not just a celebration of the discovery of Raman effect by him. It is a celebration of science. That by agreeing that science is something to be celebrated, not just only sports events or winnings or earnings, science is also something which needs to be celebrated. That is the message that is underneath this concept of National Science Day, which is being celebrated all around this country on this 28th February every year. The celebration becomes important because as human beings, as as a human nature demands that you will continue to do your work only when you start enjoying the work. When you are enjoying the work, you are willing to go that extra mile, do that extra effort to do your work. When you will, you stop doing your best, when you will stop doing your work is when you get bored, when you feel that there is no joy in doing this, at that time we feel, we stop and we don't give our best. So, for us to continue doing any work, anything, first we have to start enjoying it. So enjoyment will come when you start celebrating what you are doing. That is, in the process of doing, you achieve something and celebrate those achievements. Like for example, you have passed from class 8th to class 9th or class 9th to class 10th. That is an occasion to be celebrated. You write an examination, you got 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 or even 5 out of 10, celebrate that. You be happy that you have achieved this so that you will have the inspiration to do better next time. If we are only worried about the examination is going to come and we have to study and struggle, the worry about struggle only will remain. There is no celebration, no joy. So, for making education enjoyable or science enjoyable, we need to celebrate it. That is why National Science Day is being celebrated all around the country. And this year's topic is global science, global well-being. I don't think anybody can tell science is anything but global, isn't it? There is nothing not global about science. There is no local science or only regional science, science only in India. Like that, there is nothing. Science is science. It is there for everybody. And all of us here in this room, we are all enjoying the benefits of the efforts from various scientists, not only from our country, all around the world. People have worked. The efforts of the fruits of their effort has been given to us in the form of engineering and technological products. That is what we are enjoying today. So science is always global. There is nothing local about science. And anything we do has an impact on the entire universe, entire globe. I cannot even say it is only the globe. It has an impact on the entire universe. That is the reason this science is global, and also it has a relation with the global well-being has been thought out as this year's concept. Because the process of generating our electricity, if we are dumping so much carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide in our atmosphere, does it affect only us? Does it affect only Bangalore? Or does it affect only India? It affects the whole world. It affects, like that, there are certain events, what we do in the world affects the entire universe. For example, a distant sun is affecting Earth in its motion around itself as well as around the sun also. And the distant galaxies are controlling each other by exerting gravitational force. So anything in this world has always relation with everything else in the world. So whatever we learn and apply as science has an outcome which is not just only for the people who are in your immediate surrounding, it is going to affect the entire mankind, the universe itself. So that is the reason why this year's theme of the National Science Day has been chosen as global science and global well-being. So when we are enjoying the benefit of this outcome of science through the technology and whatever we are, like everybody, nobody is without mobile, nobody is without navigation, nobody can live now without mobile phone, nobody can live without ATMs, everybody uses some way of transportation, mechanized automobiles. All these are outcomes of science. But they also have a negative side. That is, in the process of doing all these things, there are also certain side effects, negative impacts that are being generated. The effort of your generation and future generation will be to see how we can do science in future with lesser negative impacts, like how you can purify water without spending 2 times more of that purified water as a waste. See, all your RO water heaters, water purifiers, if 1 glass of water you have to purify, 2 glass of water will be wasted as into the drain. Like when you are running in an automobile, when you are going, we are generating so much of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, which is spoiling the entire atmosphere. Like this, every beneficial outcome of science and engineering also has a, if not a very large, a small amount of negative impact is there. And in this age of our whole world now adopting technology and everywhere development happening, it is not like about 100 years ago or 50 years ago, where there are a handful of countries who were spending so much energy, consuming so much of resources. Most of the countries were not having this much consumption, whereas today we are developing, everybody aspires to be like everybody else. So we are spending lot of energy, we are spending lot of resources, but as a byproduct, we are also generating greenhouse gases, which is going to affect the whole universe as a whole for the coming generations. So the effort from now onwards, which has been going on in a smaller scale, in a smaller number of people, that how to reduce this effect of this negative outcome from science and technology. It is up to the generation that is sitting here, my dear students. You are the people who have to now take up the responsibility of how we can progress, we can benefit with the technology without hampering our planet and its environment. That is a message I want to pass on to you. Please have in mind, it is not only sufficient that we have comfort, we have happiness, we also has to make it sustainable. Thank you very much for all of you for coming here and joining us in URL Satellite Center's celebration of the National Science Day 2023. Let me also thank the organizers and the people who have conducted all the events over the past 1 month or so, where about 500 students, more than 500 students have participated, and also the teachers who have accompanied the students, and also some of them participated in the events. Thank you very much for every one of you for gracing the occasion of this National Science Day on this day, 28 February 2023 at URL Satellite Center. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. With this, I invite Srimati Parvati Shankar to introduce our respected chief guest, Professor Tarun Sauradeep.
A very good afternoon to all of you. It's my privilege to introduce today's chief guest, Professor Tarun Sauradeep, Director, Raman Research Institute, Bangalore. Professor Tarun Sauradeep assumed charge as Director RRI in the year 2022. Before coming to RRI, he was a professor and the chair of Physics Department at Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Pune. Professor Sauradeep's area of expertise is cosmology and gravitational wave physics and astronomy, areas in which he has made important contributions and succeeded in creating a strong, sustained Indian effort addressing issues at par with international research. The impact of his Indian team led by him is widely recognized, both in the field of cosmology, with frontline cosmic microwave background experiments, and the emergent field of gravitational wave astronomy. He is the spokesperson science for Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, LIGO India, and member secretary of LIGO India Scientific Management Board. He is a recipient of various awards, including DST Swarna Jayanti Fellowship, Gruber Cosmology Prize 2016 and 2018, and Special Breakthrough Prize for 2016. He is a fellow of the National Academy of Sciences and Indian Academy of Sciences. His selection to the Fellowship of International Society of General Relativity and Gravitation is a testament to his standing among his international peers. I now invite Professor Saurdeep to deliver the Chief Guest address, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So let me begin by thanking Sri Shankaran and Sri Robert for inviting me to this, and as Manjali ma'am sitting here. And let me begin by also saying that, it's a lovely occasion for me to be coming to a National Science Day celebration from Raman Research Institute, because this day celebrates something that our founding scientist Sir C.V. Raman, his discovery is what is celebrated here. So how do I make transitions on my slides? Oh, you will do it from there? Okay, thanks. Okay. So I should also say that, it's a great privilege to be giving a talk at U.R. Rao Satellite Center. I have had the good fortune to meet with Dr. U.R. Rao a few times in my career as a young scientist. And I was particularly fondly recall that he had taken great interest in the experiments launched by NASA and ESA, on which we were working, to do with the cosmic microwave background measurements. And I really appreciate that he had encouraged that field quite a lot. So I understand that the theme of the National Science Day is global science for global well-being. So I would like to reinterpret this. Global science, of course, Sri Shankaran also mentioned, science is global. But I would like to talk about some work that requires global quest. I mean, everyone needs to get together and seek that. And where is the global well-being in doing such fundamental quest? The well-being is in the satisfying human curiosity. I mean, human beings are very different from all other beings, living beings here, in the fact that we have the intellect to question where we are. Okay, so I would like to introduce to the students today a bit about what we understand, where we are on the grandest scale, on the scale of the cosmos. Okay, so if you see here, this is a picture of the sky taken at Hanley, our high altitude observatory, by Doje Anchuk, who is running the observatory there these days. And this is the Milky Way. This is just our own galaxy. Okay, and you can see the splendor of the sky, and I'm sure not just us, but from millennia, human beings have looked up and asked, where are we? What is the purpose of this cosmos? So we, as cosmologists, spend our time trying to unravel as much as we can about where we are and, what's the universe all about. Not that we can answer every question. Why we exist is very difficult, or are we the only ones? Very difficult. But where are we is something that, just like you probe any environment around you, you go, if you're living in a new environment, you go and search around and see how you are. So we do the search. So next slide. This is another beautiful picture which I always show of the Milky Way sky, projected onto the, reflected on the lake. If you click there and go off the Milky Way, right? And, you saw that I chose a box on the sky away from the Milky Way, which looked very dark. So you look at places where you don't see stars at all. And you look through the most powerful telescopes, right? So this picture is from Hubble, and I should replace it with the latest picture from James Webb Telescope. And you see, our universe is full of galaxies. Galaxies all the way that you can look. You're looking so far into the universe that light from that place has originated very early back in time. And it's so early that some of the earliest galaxies that you see there are barely forming. So some of the spotches that you see there are really galaxies. They look like, ill-formed galaxies because they're just forming. Okay? So as far as we can look, universe is full of galaxies and matter. So let's look at the next slide. So let me just give you a scale on which I'm talking about, because this is not our day-to-day scale. Okay? So we are talking in terms of light years. Light travels at a constant speed. Okay. Thanks.
Long press pointer. Next previous.
Okay. Point. Okay.
Long press.
Hmm?
Long press.
Oh, long press is the point. Okay. I see. And so you see that we measure distances in light travel, light years, right? How far would light travel in 1 year? Light travels at an extraordinarily high speed, 300,000 kilometers per second. But it takes, tens of thousands of years for light to go from one side of a galaxy to the other. That is how big our own galaxies are. Okay? And each galaxy itself has about 100 billion stars. And you can imagine each star, even if you take our sun is an average star, which measures, you have to put 30 zeros after 2 and then put kilograms. That's the weight of the sun, right? So these galaxies that we are seeing far away, each of them is a very complex system of stars going around in their orbits around it, right? So can I transition here? I can't move, right? Oh, it is moved. Okay, sorry. I didn't. Okay. So let's now look at how things are around our own location in the universe. You would think, space is vastly empty, but you can see that here, there's a local area around us which is quite empty, but then there's a lot of, matter in these, sort of smoothed out density field. So this is the solar neighborhood around us in our galaxy. So this is 650 parsec, which is 650 into 3.26 light years. Okay? And the story goes on. So this is us. Now we have got out of the galaxy, and we are looking at how galaxies are organized around us. And you can see these clouds that you see here, each dot here is a galaxy, and there are lots of galaxies forming huge structures in the universe and on vast scales. So last picture I showed you, the scale was 650 parsec. Here it is 100 million light years. Okay, light takes 326 million light years to travel this from this end to that end, right? So we are talking about the universe. When we are talking about the universe, we are talking about grand scales. And what I always find very, very humbling, that we as human beings sitting on a speck of dust, in a galaxy, one of many, and around a very ordinary star, we have the intellect to now ask, how is this universe organized? What was its history? And this is the power of human intellect, right? That we can pose such questions. Okay. Oh, first button, sorry. No, I'm trying to move forward. Okay.
So this is the previous.
Yeah, previous is fine.
This is next.
Okay. So it's okay. So this is how galaxies are distributed in universe. This is a nice simulation showing you how it would feel like if by magic you had some spacecraft in which you could travel. Of course, you have to travel at what, many times the speed of light to be going around these distances. But this is how galaxies would look like in a network of structures around us. So clearly, the universe we inhabit is quite a complex distribution of galaxies. And remember, each galaxy is a massive thing, 100 billion stars. And this is the network of their distribution through the universe. Okay, I now understand. So this is an atlas of the, This is an atlas of galaxies that is known to us. So you can see that galaxies are not smoothly distributed, but distributed in a foamy kind of structure, right? And this is the universe. At the center of this is where we are. We are not at the center of the universe, but since we are at the, we are looking relative to where we are, this is how matter is distributed around us. Okay? And typically you would say that what is nice about it is any area, if I take any volume in this distribution, the distribution of galaxies within that more or less looks the same, right? So it is foamy structure, but the properties of the foam is largely the same everywhere. So that is an important thing that allows us to do cosmology, and that's something that we use. So this is the power, again, of simple but powerful, ideas. So one thing that was realized is, although the distribution of galaxies looks very complex, if you project all the galaxies back onto the sky, and this is data from 1970s, data now is much, much richer, and you can see all across the sky. Here you have to remove the galaxy, but you see that more or less the distribution of galaxies in any direction of the sky is the same, right? And this is called isotropy, which means the universe doesn't have a direction. More or less, I can assume that the distribution, although it's very complex, the distribution is more or less.
You can use this one.
The distribution is more or less the same anywhere we look, and this distribution, fact that the distribution is isotropic around us, and if we then make the intellectual leap which Copernicus did, which said we are not in any special place in the universe, which means any observer anywhere in the universe will also see isotropic distribution, leads to this very simple idea that on the average, the universe is the same everywhere at the same time. And this leads us to be able to build a physical model of the universe and its evolution. Okay? And if you go forward with that, and you take this uniform distribution of matter and you ask, what does Einstein's general relativity, which is the theory of gravitation that we understand is correct, what does it give you if I solve for how space and time is evolving for a uniform distribution of matter? What Einstein found extremely surprising as well as, in fact disturbing, so much so that he did not want it to happen, he found that you were forced to a universe which was dynamic. The universe doesn't remain the same. If you have this distribution of dots like the galaxies, here it's a regular lattice, you see the space between the galaxies keeps increasing in time. Okay? This is called the expanding universe. So even here, it's amazing that sitting on this earth, we can say something profound, that the universe as a whole has evolution where at every instant that you go forward, space is increasing between galaxies. Okay? So this is a model of the universe that we currently work on. And since we have used very simple model, we have sort of said the universe is on average the same, it allows us to solve for very complex equations of general relativity. They simplify to allow us to do physics, regular physics, but in this expanding space. Okay, so you do all your high school or college days physics, but you do it in expanding space-time. And you can actually use basic physics to say what the universe has done all through its history. Say up to some point here, everything that we predict from a theory is based on science that is laboratory tested. Okay? Except for the very beginning where we are still hunting for a theory of quantum gravity. Except for that, the first, 1/1000th of a billionth of a second, that's the part which is fuzzy, but rest of it we really understand quite well. So let me just tell you how we came to know a lot about it, just indicate for you the source of the information. Okay? One of the most valuable observations that we could, observable that we found, was found very serendipitously when the first radio telescopes were being built. In 1965, Bell Labs had a radio telescope which where when they pointed to the sky, they were extremely well built radio telescope, where they could find that there was excess 3 Kelvin noise that couldn't be gotten rid of. And eventually, talking to cosmologists, they figured out that what they had discovered is where all the radiation of the universe is. It's trapped in something called the microwave background, and this microwave background is extremely isotropic to 10 parts per million. So I showed you this grainy picture of galaxy distribution to say that the universe is the same in every direction. The fact that the dominant radiation content, 99% of the radiation in the universe is contained in this microwave background, and that is extremely isotropic, so 10 parts per million, which tells you that this model that we were setting out to solve is very, very valid. And it is Planck black body spectrum, which you may or may not care of. But the main point about it is that at any time of the universe, in that expanding universe, you can associate a temperature of the universe, because there's a temperature to the microwave background, and as the universe expands, this temperature falls off. So as the universe expands by a factor of 2, the temperature will come down by a factor of 2. Or in the past, when the universe was 10 times smaller, this was 27 Kelvin, right? And this one single thing told us that the universe started from a very hot, dense phase, right? So again, using very straightforward observations, we have been able to say profound things about where we live, what is the universe and where are we. So if I were to present to you what is the picture of the universe, so we are sitting here and now. When I look out into the sky, so when I see the sun, I am seeing it as it was 8 minutes ago, because light takes 8 minutes to come to us. Similarly, when I am looking at a distant galaxy, I may be seeing it a billion years in the past. And I told you that when we look at very distant galaxies, we see them so far back into the past that they are just barely forming them. So as you go further and further away, you can do this up to 43 billion light years in light till you hit what is essentially a hot plasma screen. The plasma screen is actually at a temperature of 3300 Kelvin, and this is a natural blessing we have. We have what I would call a super IMAX theater. You can look any direction around you, and you will see on that screen the universe projected as it was 500,000 years old. Remember, and the universe now is about 14 billion years old. We know that the age of the universe is about 14 billion years old. But through an observation that you can do from space, which is why space agencies are very important. Space is the best platform from where you can map these microwave background, and you can see a plasma screen on which the story of the universe as it was as a young universe, 500,000 year old. So it's like seeing a one-day-old baby and then trying to infer what the how it evolved to a full-grown adult, say of 70 years. Okay, so this is our arena, and we have been mapping it with satellite missions. So when I started my research, the Cosmic Background Explorer was the satellite which was launched by NASA, which first saw some action, some information encoded in this microwave background in terms of slight temperature fluctuations. But this saw it with very coarse resolution. So you can see that the fluctuations are kind of seen on very large scales. Then the next decade, we had microwave anisotropy probe, Wilkinson microwave anisotropy probe from NASA, which saw it at a higher resolution. And then we were part of Planck satellite from ESA, the European Space Agency, which has the best data now on this plasma screen. So you have a plasma screen which has information about the universe as it was very early, and you are sending, you are basically setting up satellites to observe it to the best possible, sensitivity and resolution, so that you exhaust all the information that is written on the screen. Right? So, and then there have been also efforts from ground-based observations, so I will not go over that. And this field is still evolving. Sorry. No, that's okay. I'm sorry, I'm just pressing the wrong keys, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I did not want to, all I want to say is now I won't get into details of why this. So once you've read all the, all that is written on this plasma screen with spaceborne, satellites, which measure the sky in the microwave background, microwave range. Microwave is the same microwaves that you talk about in a microwave oven, right? So same frequencies. You can say profound things. For example, cosmologists are confident that, this is all Greek to you, I understand, but this is the fraction of, in percentage, the fraction of ordinary matter that is there in the universe. We know it up to a confidence of 1%. We also know that there is matter that gravitates, but is not like the matter that we are made up of. We don't know what that is, we call it dark matter. And we know exactly the amount up to a couple of percent. I told you that the universe is expanding. We know the expansion rate to a percent level. So you see that nature has provided human beings with a observable, and with the technical ingenuity and the capabilities of going to space, we have been able to map out what is written on this. And we are, slowly uncovering more and more about how the universe is, what is it made of, and various other things. And in particular, you look at things like I told you the universe is 14 billion years old. In fact, we can say with much more precision than 14 billion, it's 13.799 plus. So you can see that it's an immensely satisfying experience to be saying that here, sitting here, we are able to say so much about the universe. And I told you how grand that scale is, but we know what is there very confidently. Okay. Okay, so let me. So as I said, we built a very simple model of the universe. We said it's, on the average kind of the same. Yet, when we turned our telescopes and observed, we ended up with an exotic universe. Actually, although I said we know a lot, we actually know a lot of things that we don't know really in detail. Only 5% of the energy in the universe we understand what it is, which is things that we are made up of. Rest of it exists in the form of dark matter, I told you, matter that does not interact with light, and also in some very, very exotic fluid that not only is called dark energy, which not only does not interact with light, but does not also gravitate. It doesn't cluster under gravity. It's actually a repulsive under gravity. Okay? And importantly, since we have dug so much further, we know the history back to early times. And we are also now very sure that we have more physics to uncover at very high energies. All of you must have heard about the Large Hadron Collider. The ones where protons are collided at very high energies, and you know about particles and particle properties. About a billion of a billion energy higher, we expect new physics from the kind of observations that we are making in the microwave background. Okay? And we will know precisely what we should look for if we go further. So as this is the evolution of the universe. So you see, we have, as I told you, we are in this universe now with galaxies and all distributed here. We are surrounded by this cosmic screen where we have the microwave background coming, and we have some picture painted on it which we have really read well, and we can say a lot about the universe from this part. But we don't still know who painted that picture, what created that picture. And the solution that we think is the best bet is also exotic. All of you are talking about quantum technology, quantum science these days. You see, we believe that every structure that was formed in the universe originated at quantum fluctuations in the earliest moments of the universe. Okay? And this is a profound statement, right? We believe that every galaxy, every star, if you ask where did the first density fluctuations to cause those things to collapse into stars and all come from, they came from quantum fluctuations. This goes by a name of phenomena called inflation. Don't worry about that. But what is interesting is that this predicts something that is also quite a recent buzz. All of you have heard about gravitational waves. Okay, I personally, on another front, we are interested in LIGO India, which is a gravitational wave observatory on Earth and on Indian soil, which looks for gravitational waves from objects fairly close by in the universe on the scales that we are seeing. But our prediction from cosmology and this whole paradigm is there is a gravitational wave background that originates from the same time when the first pictures were being painted on the CMB sky. And these are gravitational waves coming from absolutely the earliest times in the universe, and they have a signature in the microwave plasma screen that is fairly unique and very subtle. It requires higher sensitivity to see them, but it is something that we must do in cosmology, and this is something that the community is doing. I mean, there are many telescopes in South Pole and Chile which are searching for this, but the best way to do it, as I told you, best way to map out the sky in microwave is from space. So to that end, we had the Indian cosmology community had come together to propose to ISRO to be partners in international exploration, an exploration for the cosmic history and origin. So look for this gravitational wave background. Okay, and for that you need a very capable satellite which has, it touches upon, frontiers of science and astronomy capabilities, but these are possible. And so that would really exhaust all the information we have on the plasma screen. Okay, I told you about temperature fluctuations, but there's some polarization field which we haven't measured that well. If we do that, we will expect to see signatures of these primordial gravitational waves right from the beginning of the universe. And unlike the gravitational waves we are seeing from LIGO, detecting in LIGO, these gravitational waves will be of quantum origin, because I told you our understanding is every single structure that we see in the universe has originated from quantum mechanics, quantum fluctuations. Okay? So this is a quest, and I just stop here. So the last CMB satellite that cosmic microwave background satellite that mapped out this plasma screen was launched by ESA, and in 2009, and we do hope at some point India would feel encouraged to take the step of launching the next generation cosmic microwave background satellite, and sort of lead this quest for understanding our universe and how it originated. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As a gesture of gratitude from URSC family, we wish to present a memento to our chief guest. I request Director URSC to please present the memento to Professor Tarun Sauradeep. I request Naveen KR to join us on the stage for souvenir release.
As part of National Science Day celebrations 2023, we take this opportunity to bring forth the Space Book Series for Children written by URSC employees. We request authors, Chairman of Editorial Board and Director URSC to release the book series. It was the idea of Director URSC to write pocket books on science to encourage and inculcate interest in space among students and Indian youth. As part of Karnataka Rajyotsava, the books were written in Kannada, which have now been translated for a wider reach out. I request Ramana Gowda V. Nadagowda, Chairman of Editorial Board and DDICA, to kindly address the gathering.
Good afternoon to all. You just now saw the e-release of the Space Science Series books written for the benefit of school children to inculcate in them spirit of inquiry and scientific temperament, and also to introduce them to this exciting field of science, space science and technology, so that the opportunity available in this field is very large. So you can sustain working in this field, and working in this field you have a lot of challenges, and the benefit of work that happens in this field reaches to every human being, that is every citizen of the country. And that is why what ISRO has done and what space scientists have done in this country has won the appreciation of all. And that appreciation has worked as an inspiration, and that is how what has happened in these 50 years is something phenomenal, and that is what we see, and that is how ISRO and ISROites are there in every heart and mind of the citizens of this country. And basically, the thought, initiation and inspiration to write these books was by our Director URSC, Sri M. Shankaran sir. And responding to this thought, our senior scientists who are very experienced, they have brought out 7 books as a first in the series. 7 books were brought out, and first version were brought out in Kannada, and last year they were brought out, and the release of that happened during the grand finale function of the Golden Jubilee celebration of UR Rao Satellite Center. And the objective of these books was briefed to the August gathering then. And it was thought of our director also to translate these books into English as well as Hindi. And now the books are brought out in English language. And now the reach out has further increased. And these books can be downloaded. They are put on, first Kannada version is put in URSC website as well as ISRO website. And Kannada version of the books already we have printed 500 copies and distributed to children across Karnataka. And now when we bring this English version and Hindi version, and subsequently there is a possibility that they can be translated into every state regional language, so that it can reach all children across the country. And now how to download these books can be demonstrated.
Please go to URSC web portal, then click on Science option menu, then space Science books. Then if you go to English books, you can see all the 7 books which are released today. You can open it here and read, or you can download and read offline. So you will have full books. All 7 books are available.
So you please download, read, and tell your friends also. Give as much publicity as possible and make the best use of these whatever books are written. And they are written in very understandable form, readily understandable, assimilable, and in a capsule form. Authentic information is there. Please read, inculcate the habit of reading, because reading is the best way to gain knowledge and get introduced to the field. So I am sure these books will be very much useful for the children, and kindly make use of it and derive the benefit. Thank you. Thank you all.
Now let us move towards the much awaited prize distribution ceremony. I request Anurag Tyagi to come up on stage and announce the results for essay writing competition. I request chief guest to distribute the prize for the winners.
Good afternoon all. So this year in essay competition, we had around 100 participation. In essay, we have 2 categories. Category B is for 5th to 7th and category C for 8th to 10th. And these, in both the categories, 3 languages were written. The essays were written in 3 languages. So I have a lot of prize to be announced. So we'll start with the category B. For Kannada language, for the first prize goes in category B goes to Suchitra V from KK English High School. Please have a big round. The second prize goes to Amok Kaushik from Presidency School, Kasturi Nagar. The third prize goes to Manisha M from Marigold International School. The first consolation prize goes to Harshit Narayan from Sindhi High School. The second consolation goes to Tanush V from BGS National Public School. So moving on to Hindi language in category B, the first prize goes to Divya Shri R from KK English High School. The second prize goes to Rishit Santosh from Presidency School, Bangalore South. The third prize goes to Syed Ryan Marigold International School. The first consolation prize is Papiha Chakrabarti New Horizon Public School. Next, okay, I think she's not there. And the next consolation is Archita Biswas, Presidency School, Kasturi Nagar. Next is category B, English language. The first prize goes to Ria Khandelwal, BGS National Public School. The second prize is Shravanti R, KK English High School. The third prize goes to Lynn Rose from Presidency School, Kasturi Nagar. The first consolation goes to Rajdeep Basak, National Public School, HSR. I think he's not there. So. The second consolation goes to Gagan Shrikumar, Presidency School, Bangalore South. So moving on to category C, we'll start with Kannada. The first prize is Vivek Subramanya, BGS National Public School. Not there, okay. So we'll go to second. Second is Mayank Adiga from Purna Pragya Education Center, Bangalore. The third prize goes to Kripalini from MES Kishore Kendra. The First consolation is for Kirti R from New Horizon Public School. Not there, okay. The second consolation, Nayonika M from Sindhi High School. Moving on to Hindi language, category C. First prize is Meha Seth Shishugraha Montessori High School. This was a very well written essay. I also read that, yes. The second prize goes to Bhavya Bhagat from Kendriya Vidyalaya AFS, Yelanka. Third prize goes to Anishka from KVDRDO. Not there. Okay. First consolation is Kritika Shivaram New Horizon Public School. I think not. They have not come. Second consolation Anune Tiwari BGS National Public School. Not there. Okay. Moving on to English language category C. First prize is Shriya Mahesh from New Horizon Public School. Not there, okay. The second prize is Branda S. Chetana Vidya Mandir High School. Third prize goes to Rachit C. Hegde, Rashtrothana Vidya Kendra Banashankari. First consolation goes to Sadia Iqbal KK English High School. Next consolation goes to Tulsi N. Shishugraha Montessori. I would like to mention that English category she had very tough competition. All were okay. So in essay we have one more best essay award, which we call Dr. Kasturi Rangan Award, and which goes to Sinchana Anand from Chetana Vidya Mandir. But very well written. She is from category B. And in Kannada, and we had two scientists verified that all the this is the best essay written among the 100 participants. So now I call Srividya ma'am for painting prize distribution. Thank you.
Good afternoon all. I'll be announcing the prize winners for the painting competition. We had over 80 students participating in this event for both category A and category B. So first is category A. The first prize goes to Janvi Shetty of Chetana Vidya Mandir. Second prize, Siri Santosh Bharadwaj of BGS National Public School. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. Third prize goes to Shashwat of Kendriya Vidyalaya AFS Yelanka. Consolation prize, Sannidhi KS from Chetana Vidya Mandira. Second consolation, Yashashwini from KK English High School. Now we have the budding artist category. The prize goes to Nidhi V. Gowda from Sindhi High School. One more budding artist is Nesara Balaji from Marigold International School. Now we'll move on to category B. First prize goes to Veda Ajit from National Public School, HSR. Veda Ajit. Second prize goes to Sri Ram. I think he is not there, right? Third prize goes to Gauri S. Nair from National Public School. Consolation prize goes to Jayanthar from KK English High School. Next consolation prize goes to Minita Sriraj from Purna Pragya Education Center. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone. Now I'll be announcing the prize winners for Test for Scientific Temper. The first prize goes to Hariharan M of Residency School, Bangalore East. I request the controller madam to give the prizes. The second prize goes to Ishwar K. Iyer of 9th Standard, Chetna Vidya Mandir High School, Tumkur. The third prize goes to Aditya Narayan of 9th Standard, National Public School. The first consolation prize goes to Meghna Vani Bukya Sai Sri of 8th Standard from Shishu Griha Montessori and High School. The second consolation prize goes to Akshata DA of 9th Standard from Prarthana Central School. A special prize from Insaram Society has been constituted for the best performance in test for scientific temper, and that goes to Sevashish Chandan of BGS National Public School. Please give him a big applause because he has scored the highest marks in for this event. Okay, thank you. Congratulations to all the winners. Now I call upon Sri Gyanesh to announce the prize winners for the event of extempore.
Good afternoon. I will be announcing prize for extempore science allocation. In this competition, a student has to pick one subject before 10 minutes of speaking, and he has to deliver the speech. So first, in category B, there are 16 participants. Competition was tough, and I would like to call the first winner, Ananya Sharma from National Public School, HSR Layout. Huh? Director. Second prize, Nihal Paleti from BGS National Public School. Okay. Third prize, Sukruta Vinus B, Marigold International School. First consolation, Yasas from Rashtrasna Vidya Kendra Vansankari. Second consolation, Kashuri Agrawal, K8 School. Now I will be announcing prizes for category C, that is from class 8 to 10. First prize goes to Sai Jagdish Reddy, Kendriya Vidyalaya, Air Force Station, Alanka. Second prize, Dhriti Bhatt, Vagdevi Vilas School, Nilmangla. Third prize goes to Arsia Rautre from Vivgor School, Horamavu. First consolation, Sasank CK, Rashtrata Vidya Kendra Banshankari. And second consolation, Joel Jerry Alapat, Presidency School, Kasturi Nagar. Okay, congratulations to all winners. Next prize category person will be coming.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nishan, convener of Science in Action event, where our team has conducted various experiments which gave students a platform for experiential learnings. After that, a quiz was conducted on basis of which we have our winners, and we have two categories, category B and category C. Category B is from class 5th to 7th, and category C is from 8th to 10th. So, in category B, we have the winner, Ahan Sareen, National Public School, HSR. Second prize goes to Satvik Shastri, Alpine Public School. Third prize goes to Aryan Vaishnav, New Horizon Public School. He's not there. Okay. Then first consolation goes to Shrinjoy Modak, BGS National Public School. Second consolation goes to Tanvi B. Chidambaram, Presidency School, Kasturi Nagar, Bangalore. There is a tie for third consolation prize. First is Ravish Bharadwaj from Rashtrotna Vidya Kendra, and another is Avyukt Raj from Shishu Graha Montessori and High School. Avyukt Raj. Now in category C, we have the winner, Deepta Arkade, National Public School, HSR. Second prize goes to M. Lohit Gururaj, Marigold International School. Third prize goes to Madhvi MG, Bangalore-based Girls High School. Okay. Then our first consolation, Sahana Sachin. I think he's not there. So second consolation, Devansh from Presidency School, Kasturi Nagar, Bangalore. Give a big round of applause. Third consolation, Krishna Madhvi. Okay, so sorry. Yeah. Third consolation, Charumati Sitaraman, Shishu Graham Montessori and High School. Now I will welcome Miss Parvati Shankar for teacher event prize distribution.
Good afternoon again. It's now time to announce the prize winners of the teachers event. As part of this teachers event, a topic was given to the teachers and they were asked to make a presentation. I request our controller madam to give away the prizes, please. The first prize winner is Dr. P. Venkatasmita, National Public School, Rajaji Nagar. Let's cheer the teachers with a huge round of applause, please. The second prize goes to Miss Seema MP, BGS World School. The third prize goes to Mr. Venkatesh M, Kendriya Vidyalaya, AFS Yelahanka. The consolation prize goes to Ms. Preeta Pandey, Shishigruha Montessori and High School, Bangalore. Congratulations to all the prize winners. I now request Mr. Imtiaz Ahmed to announce the winners for the science quiz, please. Thank you.
Very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, it was an absolute honor for me to lead the team for organizing Science Quiz. Science Quiz was specifically designed to test the knowledge, application of the concepts, and the mental flexibility of the students. So basically selection was done in two phases, prelims and mains. So out of about 100 participants, 18 were selected, which was consisting of about 6 teams for the mains. So I will just announce the results of the mains round. So the first prize goes to the students of National Public School HSR layout. Team members' name is Mitansh Datta, Pooja Abhijit, and Aditya Katait. A big round of applause for the team. Okay, Mitansh Datta. All three, na? All three. First prize. But I have to know. It's a team event. First team consists of 3 members. Okay. Mitansh Datta, Ojas Abhijit, and Aditya Katait. Second is Shrikar Karthik, Ranjit Singh, and Shivashish Chandan. Just to see. Second prize goes to the students of B. Sorry. Okay. Second prize goes to the students of BGS National Public School. Team members' name are Shrikar Karthik, Pranil Singhi, and Shivashish Chandan. Yeah. The team event. Third prize goes to the students of Vagdevi Vilas School, Varathur. Team members' name is Arvind Mandli, B. Sai Himaj Reddy, and Shri Hari Retvik. Okay. The first consolation prize goes to Shishu Graha, students of Shishu Graha. The student name is Achintya Iyer Ashok Sharma and Rima Shyam. Not there? Sure, huh?
You announce it then.
Okay. Not there, no?
You just announce, I don't see anybody line up.
Okay. Okay. Second consolation prize goes to the students of New Horizon Public School. I think they are not here. They have left. And the third consolation prize goes to the students of Vagdevi Vilas School, Whitefield. So, I think, so whenever we participate in any competition, either we win or we learn. So, congratulations to all the learners. Thank you.
Which school is coming, sir? Which school? Yeah. Last.
Okay. Please. So, students of Vagdevi Vilas School, Whitefield, they are Srinivasan L. Shrinika and Japalin Kaur. They have come. Oh, they were hiding. Yes.
Thank you all the conveners, committee members, subcommittee members. Now this is the biggest award which is awaiting for all of you, and I know many of you are awaiting for that award. So the best school trophy for NSD 2023. Any guesses, children? Any other? Okay, so 3 schools were very close competition together, but BGS National Public School won the prize. I would like to invite all the teachers and students from BGS National Public School, please run to the stage, collect the prestigious trophy of NSD 2023 from URSC. Give big round of applause, everybody. Robert, sir, you also come with. Now, we are coming towards the closing part of the program. I would like to invite NSD 2023 alternate chairman Hemant Kumar Reddy to the stage and deliver your vote of thanks to the audience.
Good afternoon to you all. We are coming to the fag end of the function. On behalf of the NSD 2023 committee, it's my pleasant duty to propose vote of thanks. We are honored and thankful to Director RRI, Professor Tarun Sauradeep, an eminent scientist. He has kindly consented to be with us and grace this occasion as a chief guest. Sir, your thoughts and insights are a source of inspiration to all of us. And how small we are, a speck of dot in the entire cosmos, I think you have very beautifully brought out on this wonderful occasion, sir. So I think this will will be a great source of inspiration to all the youngsters who are present here and who are listening over the YouTube live and webcast to achieve greater glory in their pursuits. And Director URSC, Sri Shankaran sir, is a dynamic leader with an innovative outlook to problem solving. He is a constant source of encouragement for smooth conduct of NSD events. Sir, we thank you very much for your guidance, chairing the valedictory function and sharing your thoughts. Controller URSC, Madam Anjali Elish Shankar, has been keenly involved in the event, and Madam has encouraged us to reach out to a very large number of schools. Thank you very much, Madam, for gracing the occasion. We would like to thank Associate Director URSC, URSC Council members for their support in making this event a grand success. This year's NSD celebrations at URSC are enriched by a very wide participation of the children and students from various schools. Events were very lively and interactive. Many events were conducted and practical science experiments were demonstrated. Thank you, dear students and teachers, for making this year's celebrations enjoyable and thought-provoking. As India is transitioning into leadership roles among Committee of Nations, may the spirit of scientific temper of our young minds be further nurtured to find solutions to societal problems of the world. On behalf of NSD 2023 Committee and various teams of URSC, which have contributed in conceiving, planning, hosting, conducting of events spread over the last 1 month, I would like to thank each one of the supporting team from URSC for the wonderful conduct of the events. A very positive feedback has been received about the organizing team from many of the participants. A big thank you for all the team members of URSC for making it a meticulously planned event and executed. Thank you one and all for your joining for this function. Thank you.
Requesting all of you just 5 minutes. All the committee members and volunteers would like to have a photograph of NST 2023 family together. I invite all the members, committee members, subcommittee members, please come up this